What's good, YouTube? Thank y'all for coming back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back into another video. Today I'm gonna be doing a high taper. So, yeah, with some beard work, obviously. Shout out to my boy Bobby for letting me record this video. And this is a 8-week woof. So a 2-month woof. This is a 2-month woof. Obviously, it's had tapers in between, but this is a 2-month woof on the top. So y'all, this is a perfect example, a perfect visual example of what I mean by you want to comb the hair up off the scalp. Say if I would have just came in with my 2-guard and cut this hair down, it wouldn't even really cut nothing for real, but this is why you want to comb it up off the scalp so that you can get the most even cut possible. Make sure that you comb in a way that the client brushes his waves. And yeah, now I'm gonna come in with my number 2-guard. I know that he doesn't have any calyx in the front, so I know I can go straight down. And just be very careful. Look for any calyx. Study your canvas. Look for any calyx. Look for if the client has a double crown or not, and then cut in a way that the client brushes his hair, and just knock the hair down. And it's gonna be smooth. Shout out to my guy once again. He a barber too, actually. He been cutting. I think he not full time. He still cut part time though, but I think he been having his license for like 8 years. So once again, we're doing a high taper. So I'm setting my bald line in from the bottom of the vertical bar to the top of his ear. Now I'm gonna get it real clean. I'm establishing this guideline real clean, not only for the taper but also for that beard line up. I'm gonna set it straight across the back of his neck and just clear it out, get everything clear. Cleanliness is next to godliness, so I want to have everything clean as possible. Even the bald outlines, just because it's going to determine how clean and how even of a fade that you can give. So make sure that you're taking your time and making everything even and doing everything neat as possible. So this does the same thing from the bottom of the vertical bar to the top of his ear. Clear it out, have it neat as possible. I honestly probably should have done the video on the other side because the other side was I could have explained it a lot better, because on this side I kind of switched clippers, but you know, y'all know I'm gonna do my best, teach to the best of my ability. So I start out with the Andis Masters. I got the blade open, and I'm setting this guideline in like 1/2 inch because I don't want to take it too high. I want to keep his vertical bars dark. So when I establish my guideline, I flick out and then I go back to the top of the guideline. I go over it multiple times just to make sure that all the hairs are cut at one desired length. Then I close my lever halfway and I go halfway down that guideline or halfway up the guideline. Then I close my lever all the way and I hit the bottom of the guideline and take the line out completely, make it smooth as possible. And I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Dives. Thank you for the new beats, bro. I truly appreciate it. I'm sure my subscribers do too, because I was using the same beat on every single video the whole way through the video. So man, I truly appreciate it once again. And y'all, if y'all like these beats, his Instagram tag will be in the description below. Is the last thing in this description. So while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and fade this beard in. This just allows me to be more efficient with my time. I'm already here, so why not fade the beard in? And this is the same thing except for opposite. So I'm gonna open it, I'm gonna go down some, and yeah, it's just the same thing, just reversed. Now y'all, I got the Babyliss. I just like the way the Babyliss cut his hair better, unless I'm doing clipper over comb. If I'm doing clipper over comb, I like the Masters, but I'm just cleaning up a little bit more with what I just did with this open guideline. Now I got the number 1.5 guard on, and I'm not going up too much at all. I'm really just giving myself an area to come in with the 1 guard, just soften it up. I'm gonna go open halfway and close, but I'm gonna keep it really in the same area. Like I said, I'm just trying to soften this up so I can come in, and I don't want to take it too high. Just soften it up so I can come in with my 1 guard and begin to fade. Right now, I'm starting the fade down process, and I'm just tap this beard just a little bit, going with the grain. And yeah, like I said, I'm just softening up to come in. Now I got the 1 guard on, and I'm gonna be going open, halfway and closed. But I'm doing it in very, very short measurements because I want to keep his vertical bar dark, so I don't want to push this fade too high. And y'all can see that this thing coming together. Just being very patient, trusting my steps, trusting my system, sticking to the script, following the process, trusting the process, and knowing that if I do what I'm supposed to do, this thing's gonna come together clean. And y'all can see I'm trying to preserve. The reason I don't want to go up too high is because I don't want to cut out them waves, them 2 waves that we're into. So that's why I'm trying to keep it real tight right there. Now I got the zero guard on. I'm just doing detail work. I'm lever playing, and I'm using the corner of my blade just to come in and soften this fade up to, get it butter, get this thing butter, and y'all can see it's really coming together. So just trust the process. Alright y'all, so now to get into the back, I'm gonna be setting my guideline in like 3/4 of an inch. Usually I would go higher up in the back, but I want to keep it under that dent in the back of his head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going up 3/4 of an inch instead of a whole inch. And then I'm gonna set my guideline in with my blade open. Close after I set my guideline in, I'm gonna close it halfway, go halfway down the guideline. And then I'm gonna close it all the way and hit the bottom of the guideline, or the bottom of the line. I'm gonna go down with the number 1 guard closed. Nah, I think it's open. And then I'm gonna go up against it. Once again, I'm barely doing it, and I'm flicking out real soft because I don't want to take it too high. I want to keep it under this dent in the back of his head, and I don't want the sides of this fade to look crazy because they're super light and this back part's dark. So that's just stuff that you gotta learn as you cut wavers, or as you cut anyone that get a taper or a drop fade or whatever. You gotta learn how to keep it in flow with the shape of the head. My word for today is this: Happy Mother's Day to every single mother out there. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm a mama's boy, a grandma boy. I don't know where I'll be without my grandma. My grandma shaped me, taught me so much about God, and my mom too, and did so much in love for me and for my family. But my verses for today are this: children, obey your parents and the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment, with promise that it may be well with you, and you may live long on the earth. That's Ephesians 6:1-3. Proverbs 22:6 says, train your children up in the way that they should go, and when they're older they will not depart from it. So this is my message, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, man. God bless y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. God bless y'all. And make sure that you're training your children up in the way that they should go, teaching them about the Word of God, teaching them everything about God, everything they need to know, so that when they get older they won't depart from it and they'll stay right with God always. And women, don't get offended by this, but God gave the revelation knowledge to Adam. So men, to all the men out there, make sure that you're going to be judged by the way that you raise your family and by the way that you raise your children. So make sure that you're doing the right thing and you're being a man of the household, a spiritual man. And make sure that you're doing the right thing and raising your kids the right way. And to the single mothers out there that have to play every role and every position and have to raise men, I know it's hard. My mom did it, and it's a special place in my heart for y'all. And y'all are special, man, for real. God bless y'all, and happy Mother's Day. So right there, y'all know how I do my line around the ears. I start from the bottom, I tap the slant in, I come and use the edge of my blade, the corner of my blade, to do the round, to make the shape around the ear, keeping it all natural and clean as possible. Right here I'm tapping in the back of his beard. See how I set the initial guideline in? Now I'm gonna brush any hairs I'm gonna brush his beard backwards, so any hairs that hang over, I'm gonna cut them. So no matter which way he combs or brushes his beard, this line is solidified. There's not gonna be any overhanging hairs. It's gonna be crispy. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So I set in my slant. After I set in my slant, I continue to just follow that up, and once it gets to around the mid or top of his ear, I like to clear this area out just to give me a better visual, so I can see better. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And then I just go ahead and I make that round about his ear, and I keep it natural as possible, following the shape that it's already wanting to be in, not digging into it, not pushing this back, because you can push the ear line of his back. Please don't be one of them. Please don't do that. Keep it natural as possible. And y'all can see that thing crispy. And look at that fade too. That tapered butter, man. My boy swimming. And then same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and tap his beard in. But thank y'all for all the mothers. Once again, thank y'all for all the mothers. God bless y'all. If you're a mom and you're watching this, or whatever, man. Anybody watching this, man, if you're a mom, God bless you. And God bless if you're not a mom, whatever, if you do, God bless every mother in your life, or it's your baby mama, wife, mom, mother-in-law, godmother, whatever. God bless all the mothers. And even the ones who, can't have kids or don't have any kids, or all of them. God bless all y'all. So right here, I'm putting in some mousse, and I'm just brushing in the pattern that my guy brushes his waves. Y'all can see how I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna brush it in just to get it in. Then after I already got it brushed in and established throughout the whole head, that's when I'm gonna come and be very careful and brush around this crown the correct way. My boy brought his own Dewey, so I put him under the dryer for about 5 minutes. Boom, y'all can see how them things laying. Y'all see that fade too. I taper butter. Y'all know how I like to do my front lineup, so if you don't, I like to do it like this. I like to start in the middle, work my way from the middle to one side. Then after I work my way to that side, I tap the vertical bar in. And if there was a C cup, I'll do the C cup. But this is a high taper, so there is no C cup. So that's when I'm gonna tap the vertical bar in. Then I'm gonna do the same thing, rinse, repeat on the other side. And I'm just going over it multiple times. Y'all can see I went over it. I'm gonna comb through it, comb it out. I established my first line, right? Then after I establish my first line, I comb the hairs. And then I go over it again. Because I want to establish my first line. I want to comb it down. And any hairs that's coming over my line that I've already established, I cut them. So there are no overhanging hairs. So the lineup's solidified. So that when my boy goes home and does a brush session, he's still going to have a crispy lineup. Because I did what I was supposed to as a barber to give him the best, most crispy, natural, long-lasting lineup as possible. And this is going to give him the best haircut at the end of the day. So I'm just rinse and repeat, doing the same thing on this side. And a huge shout out to the spiritual mothers, man, to any females who are out there helping people get better, helping people get closer to God. Special shout out to y'all, man. For mine personally, I want to thank Glenna. She probably not even gonna watch this, but I'm gonna still thank her because she helped me, especially when I first got into the Bible. When I first got born again, I asked her so many questions. So shout out to Glenna, man. And my grandma for being, a living, breathing example of who Jesus is. Always being in the Bible, always doing the right thing, trying, Shout out to my mom for always playing worship music. If we wasn't listening to worship music, if we wasn't listening to Nelly or Tupac, we was listening to worship music in my mom's car. So shout out to you, Mom, and all the love that you gave me, extra love you gave me as a child. Man, it's crazy, like, the sacrifices that mothers make, for real. Like, I'm super grateful. And if somebody didn't tell y'all Happy Mother's Day, and God bless. But yeah, also Happy Mother's Day to the females who aren't mothers but take care of kids, whether you adopted them or whatever the case. Y'all are very important. You play a very important role. God bless y'all as well. So right here, I'm going to tap his mustache in, keeping it natural as possible. I don't want to take it down too far. He got a big beard, so with big beards, I like to keep the mustache pretty, not stupid thick, to where it's like a cowboy mustache, but I like to keep it pretty thick. And I'm just being very careful, being very patient. Making sure that I can see. Don't never be scared to move your client in the position that you need them to be for you. Because one, it's going to be better on your back, and it's going to help you to get them the best cut possible. So right here, I did this little pre-spin for all the enhancement haters, so y'all can't say that this thing wasn't crispy and beamed up before I lined them up. But yeah, I'm using Shanka's hair color enhancement card. I'm using Kiss Express, and I'm using my new compressor, man. I love this thing. This thing smooth. Y'all can see I'm barely having to squirt, for real. I'm barely having to enhance this thing, cause That's how nice this thing spray, and the way it sprayed just is super nice. In this video particularly, I hadn't learned how to mix I had it too watery in this one. but I learned how to mix it since then, and now I got the perfect mix. So if y'all want that, stay tuned. As far as the video, I think I'm gonna drop that video soon. I said Wednesday, like last Wednesday. I'm sorry y'all that I didn't drop it last Wednesday. I've been super busy, and y'all can really see, shout out to my boy Gabe for recording this. This is dope. I had somebody there recording. It's actually my next client. I was just like, hey bro, can you do this? And he did it for me. So y'all can see how I kind of use my razor, holding it at a 45-degree angle, stretching the skin, making sure I don't cut the client, letting the razor do the work, and just letting it glide, being smooth. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the video between the kiss and the no drip. I think I'm gonna drop that video soon. I'm still working on it, still editing it. It's actually super long. I think, man, I want to redo the whole video, but at the same time I don't, so I might just drop it how it is. I gotta edit it still though. Still a lot of stuff I gotta edit, because I should have wrote the pros and cons down on a piece of paper and just read it like that, to where it was a real short, quick video. But instead, I was just trying to go off the top of my head of what I was thinking right then and there. And man, y'all can see that I don't like to use trimmers on a beard. I like to come straight in with the razor and just put that thing together. This is the final touches on it. Shout out to my boy Gabe once again for getting this dope shot. I'm finna use that on Instagram. Man, if y'all was able to sit through this 7-10 minute video of me, I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all can see the taper butter, fade butter, the lineup crispy. And yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all came to learn something, I hope that you learned something, take something from my game, apply it to yours, advance in your career, in your craft, and in your life. If you came just because you wanted to, watch it because you like watching barber videos, I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope to see you back on the next video, and may God bless.